Now, to get exciting news about a specific exoplanet that is around 97 light years away from us, and this exoplanet is truly special in terms of not only this size, which is considered to be a small planet, but in this case here, according to this article, it is twice the diameter of Earth. Now, looking at this here, this is really fascinating because it has a special discovery that Hubble Space Telescope portrays here, and this discovery is indeed water, but yes, in the form of water vapor in its atmosphere, and it's really fascinating to see some little doubts, according to this article, from astronomers on how this is created, how long this is going to last, how this is going to compare to our particular solar system planets, and what is the future of this particular exoplanet, which is indeed a rocky exoplanet. Now, this particular exoplanet here, according to this article, is designated to be the GJ9827d, which is around that particular star region of the GJ9827, and this here is, of course, that we said, 97 light years away from us. And according to astronomers here, this year is truly the first time that they've actually directly shown through an atmospheric detection of this exoplanet with water-rich atmosphere, and this here around other stars. Also, according to this article, shows that this planet or exoplanet is quite close to its particular sun, and this here is almost equivalent to our own solar system sun relative to Venus. And so, looking at that, this article touches on the doubts or couple of hesitancy towards what type of hydrogen here is present in its atmosphere, and these hydrogens here are going to be subjected to a lot of stellar radiation, according to a part in this article that says that, however, it remains too early to tell whether Hubble's spectroscopically measured a small amount of water vapor in a puffy hydrogen-rich atmosphere, or if the planet's atmosphere is mostly made of water, now left behind after a primeval hydrogen helium atmosphere evaporated under stellar radiation. And so those are one of the doubts here, according to this article, concerning this particular planet, and whether truly the hydrogen is coming from the water vapor or something else here. Until now, we have not been able to directly detect the atmosphere of such a small planet, and we will slowly get in this realm now. At some point, as we study smaller planets, there must be a transition where there is no more hydrogen on these small worlds, and they have atmospheres more like Venus, which is pretty much dominated by the compound carbon dioxide. So this here is really fascinating to see this particular planet in terms of its comparison with Venus, whether later years from now, when they actually get more information about this exoplanet, the hydrogen is going to be more of the look of Venus, or the atmosphere will be later dominated by carbon dioxide. And this is where James Webb will possibly come into play to target this particular star region that contains this exoplanet and study more about this exoplanet here. And this exoplanet was actually discovered by the Kepler's Space Telescope in 2017. It is orbiting around a red dwarf star every 6.2 days, and so this year is in the constellation of Perseus, and that is pretty much interesting to see how relatively close it is to its star, which in this case a red dwarf star, and how this year will possibly give us more insight into its atmospheric conditions here, mainly from James Webb Telescope, because James Webb Telescope tends to have more of a sophisticated technology, in this case using some of its spectrometers in there in collaboration with its near infrared and mid infrared data. It's going to be fascinating to see this play out in the future. Now there's one more comparison that this planet actually shows here with a planet in our solar system. And if you look closely here, at present the team is left with two possibilities. One scenario is that the planet is still clinging with a hydrogen rich atmosphere laced with water, making it a mini Neptune. And this here is one of the comparisons that it actually shows here. But there's another alternatives here with this particular planet with relative to our solar system here. And this here comes into play looking at Jupiter's moon, which is Europa, which here could be one more version of it and has twice as much water as Earth beneath its crust. So this is truly fascinating to see what this actually has to offer in terms of the amount of water that this particular exoplanet contains, whether it is either at its atmosphere or also on its crust. Now it says here that the planet GJ6827d could be half water, half rock, and there would be a lot of water vapor on top of some smaller rocky bodies, according to Benek. Now looking closely at this image, it states here that two inner planets in the system are on the left and the background stars are plotted as they would be seen to the unaided eye looking back towards our sun. The sun is too faint to be seen. Now the blue star at the upper right here is Regulus, and the yellow star at the center bottom here is called the Nebula, and the blue star at the bottom right here is Spicer, and the constellation Leo is at the left here. Now Virgo is on the right around here, and both constellations are distorted from our Earth-bounded view from 97 light years away. So I hope you found this article really informative in terms of Hubble Space Telescope incredible discovery here of a really small exoplanet which actually has the presence of possibly water vapor in its atmosphere. And let's know your thought about whether indeed it's truly accurate here, or whether we do need more of James Webb Telescope to give us more data as to this particular exoplanet's chances of having water. Kind of similar, of course, to how Earth has its own water. So let's know your thought about this in the comment section down below. By that way, we can talk to you soon. Stay smart as always and believe in yourselves.